Chilly, not the doctor, the diagnosis, because Dr. Jackie just dropped a medical-grade bomb on the gospel world, and this time it ain't about no fibroids or high blood pressure. It's about David Mann, gospel's favorite husband, allegedly, turning the pulpit into a personal playground, and Dr. Jackie says she was the toy. Yes, you heard that right, Dr. Jackie, the pristine OBGYN to the stars, just went live with claims that David Mann didn't just cheat on Tamla. He used Jackie manipulated her emotionally, spiritually, and even financially, all during a so-called secret affair that was supposedly holy and healing. Whew, somebody grab the church fans, cause this ain't just messy. It's unsanitized sin. How did a man known for cracking clean jokes on stage end up neck-deep in scandalous lies, backroom deals, and love letters hidden inside Bibles? And why is Dr. Jackie crying on live like a woman scorned? Was it really love, or was it a long-term manipulation scheme orchestrated by David Mann to silence her, steal from her, and still go home to Tamla like nothing ever happened? Oh, we're unpacking all of it. Buckle up, because this ain't just a scandal. It's spiritual warfare in stilettos. Let's not play dumb, baby, because when a man of faith and fried chicken endorsements gets accused of secretly using one of the most respected doctors in Black Hollywood, that's not just tea. That's a boiling pot of betrayal with no lid in sight. Yes, David Mann, Mr. Madia's funny sidekick, Mr. Take Me to the King husband, Mr. Black Love Goals himself, has allegedly been living a double life more twisted than a Tyler Perry plot. And at the center of this scandal, none other than Dr. Jackie Walters, the polished, no-nonsense OBGYN from Married to Medicine, who built her whole brand around discipline, elegance, and healing from trauma. And now, sis says she's the trauma, according to a leaked live session. Yes, live, baby, not edited, not filtered, and definitely not rehearsed. Dr. Jackie claims she was involved in a secret, long-term, emotionally manipulative affair with David Mann. And no, this wasn't some quick scandal or a drunken night at a bed after party. Nah, Jackie says this went on for years. He made me believe we were chosen for each other. He said God told him I was his healer, his peace, his destiny. She confessed, barely holding back tears. Oh really, David? Since when does destiny look like sneaking into hotel rooms under fake church conference names and sending late-night Bible verses with kissy face emojis? Allegedly, of course, but the screenshots? Oh baby, they're blessed and highly favored by petty receipts. Let's rewind the tape for a minute. Remember those quiet months when David and Tamla took a break from the spotlight to focus on health and family? Remember how Tamla looked visibly checked out in those rare interviews, avoiding questions, side-eyeing David, smiling like a hostage on Good Morning America? We thought it was stress. Turns out it was betrayal in a fitted suit, and Bodie, insiders claimed David first approached Jackie during a Christian leadership summit in Atlanta. She was giving a keynote on healing the body, and he was apparently trying to heal his ego. And according to alleged is now circulating in private group chats and low-budget gossip pages, David started love-bombing her with scriptures, gospel, lyrics, and that same tired line, God told me you're my safe space. Double quotes, sir. God told you to go home to your wife. But you heard slip into Jackie's clinic instead. Worse? Jackie says David wasn't just emotionally reckless, he was calculating. She claims he used her medical connections to fast-track fake health claims, allegedly even getting prescriptions filled under different names, all while playing loving husband on stage with Tamla, holding her hand while she sang about Jesus, and smiling like sign wasn't sitting in the front pew. One source close to Jackie claims she tried to break it off multiple times, but David allegedly kept gaslighting her, saying you're the only one who understands me. If I lose you, I'll lose myself. And now, Jackie's the one sitting in therapy, eating ice chips and trauma processing vitamins, while David's off preying on Facebook Live and dodging the truth like it's an IRS audit. But here's the thing, this scandal isn't just about two grown folks getting entangled. No. This is about spiritual manipulation, power abuse, and a man hiding behind the pulpit to satisfy personal desires. Jackie says she kept quiet for too long because she didn't want to ruin the ministry. Baby, that ministry been rotting since. The altar call started looking more like a casting call, Now the streets are talking, the group chats are lit, and Tamla? Oh, you better believe she's somewhere with her daughters, combing through every credit card statement and every men's retreat itinerary looking for answers, and y'all, the internet detectives already got the receipts. One TikTok user literally cross-referenced David's old tour schedule with Jackie's speaking events and found 6 overlapping weekends in 3 different cities. Coincidence? Or was praise and worship code for pull up and whisper and don't? Even get me started on that one sermon clip from 2021 where David randomly started crying mid-preach about falling short of God's grace. Now we're looking at that tear with a whole new lens. Honey, that wasn't conviction. That was ups, Jackie might be pregnant, and before you think we're reaching, let's be very clear. Jackie claims David even joked once about having a baby together to bond their spiritual mission, so just say you wanted a side baby and go, but the most disturbing part? According to Jackie's close friends, she had no idea just how deep the manipulation went. One source alleges she found out months ago that David was using her name to apply for sponsorships and faith-based funding grants. So now it's not just betrayal, it's fraudulent salvation with a tax bracket. And just when you think it can't get messy, oh, trust me, we're just getting started. Because baby, the public reaction, the gospel community ain't never seen spiritual drama unfold like this, and everybody's picking sides. And just when you thought it couldn't get any messier, honey, welcome to phase 2 of the madness. Because Dr. Jackie wasn't done with the bombs, oh no. Her next move was the equivalent of flipping the entire love and gospel industry table mid-communion. After her shocking 3 a.m. live, Dr. Jackie doubled down. She dropped a cryptic Instagram carousel, slides filled with blurry screenshots, text messages that looked like they were run through a fax machine from 1993, and one audio recording where you could clearly hear someone who sounded like David Mann whispering, "You know this was never about Tamla." Cut the cameras, deadass, but here's where the twisted brilliance of this scandal comes into focus, because Jackie wasn't just mad that David used her. She was mad he never planned to leave Tamla. According to her 19-minute voice memo titled For My Truth, which she conveniently shared with Tasha K's backup YouTube channel, David allegedly pumped her up, told her he was spiritually trapped in a fake marriage, and even promised her they'd buy land in Atlanta together to build a healing center for broken gospel wives. Gospel wives, y'all. And girl, guess what? Jackie had the blueprints. Literal blueprints. One of the slides in her carousel showed a building Mark Restoration House, who names a facility that while cheating with your pastor's best friend's wife. But here's where things start spinning. Because as soon as Jackie's post went live, Tamla's daughter Tiffany Mann jumped on Threads and said, "Ain't nobody using nobody." Some folks just mad their fantasy ended before the building permit was approved. Oh, we have diss tracks in Threads format. And baby, the congregation came running. Gospel Facebook went into DEFCON 1. Church mothers across the South dusted off their iPads to flood Jackie's DMs with Bible verses and rebuke. But it didn't stop her. Jackie went on a podcast tour like she was promoting an R&B album on Tea and Tabernacles. Jackie told the host that David Mann started love bombing her during wellness checkups while Tamla was allegedly recovering from vocal surgery. According to her, it started with flowers, then dinners, then allegedly a trip to Tulum under the cover of a Christian marriage retreat. Yes, she said they went on a fake retreat with a real agenda. And y'all, it gets worse. In her 4th podcast appearance on Saved But Petty, she dropped a nugget that made everyone gasp. She said, "David told me I was the only person who ever truly understood the war inside him. He said Tamla was God's contract, but I was God's choice." Let's sit with that. God's contract versus God's choice? Not David turning a cheating scandal into a spiritual parable. But wait, because here comes the kicker, ***, Tamla's manager, who goes by Minister Lex, allegedly leaked a hotel receipt from Dallas dated February 2024, and guess whose names were listed on the couple's massage package? Jackie Walters and David Mann. Now you know that's not your average sisterly spa day. The backlash hit harder than a choir shout on Easter Sunday. Bishop T.D. Jakes reportedly held a private Zoom with key gospel industry leaders to address the unholy chaos infecting Christian image. One of the deacons allegedly fainted mid-Zoom when the Jackie receipts were shared. Meanwhile, Kirk Franklin, who's tired of being accidentally dragged into these gospel scandals, posted a shady Instagram reel of him playing a remix of Marvin. Saps never would have made it over footage of people throwing phones in water. Coincidence? We think not. And if you thought this was limited to just Jackie versus David, baby, you're behind. Because a former assistant of David Mann, yes, we're pulling out former employees, now wrote an open letter claiming that David made spiritual promises to at least 2 other women during Tamala's hospital stay. Chilly, we don't know whether to shout or sue. According to the assistant who signs her posts, just a watchman, David allegedly had a pattern of blessing women with scriptures and empty promises, adding that Jackie was just the one brave enough to speak up. So now you've got Jackie throwing sermons disguised as subtweets, Tamala writing emotional devotionals on her app called Healing in Private, and David? Oh, David is silent, ghosted the internet like he ghosted that healing center land. Deal, his last post was a photo of brisket. Caption, stay fed, stay faithful. Sir, not the brisket post. Fans were losing their minds in the comments. You cheating on your wife and posting meat? This you healing or hiding? Where is Tamala? Blink twice if you need help. But before the week was out, boom. A legal notice was sent to Jackie's publicist. According to a very blurry PDF that was leaked by a gospel-themed gossip blog, David and Tamala's team is threatening to sue for emotional distress, defamation, and unauthorized use of couples branding. Couples branding are we trademarking marriage scandals now? But even that didn't scare Jackie. Her response? A tweet that simply read, God doesn't lose legal battles. See you in court, and baby, that tweet went viral. 4.8 million views, courtroom gospel became a trending hashtag. Tasha K scheduled an emergency 9 p.m. livestream and promoted it like it was the Bet Awards. Everyone wants to know, is Jackie telling the truth? Did David Mann manipulate her emotionally and spiritually? And if so, where does that leave Tamala? The streets are talking, the saints are whispering, and the devil is somewhere sipping sweet tea watching it all unfold, because we're not done yet. Oh no, now that Jackie's gone fully rogue and the gospel world is trembling, a mysterious surveillance clip has surfaced from inside a luxury spa in Dallas, and baby, the 2 figures arguing behind the frosted glass? One looks suspiciously like Jackie, the other, well, he's got David's exact posture, and just like that, the narrative flips again, because this saga's got receipts, regrets, and maybe even a full-blown courtroom crusade, and just when you thought the saga couldn't get any darker, oh baby, hold on to your holy water. Because what we're about to drop next will have you shouting louder than Sunday morning service, according to a new anonymous insider. Yes, the same one who leaked Jackie's deleted therapy notes. David Mann allegedly told a close confidant that he never loved Jackie, never planned to leave Tamala, and only got close to Jackie because she was convenient and connected. And y'all, this isn't just pillow talk gone rogue. This source claims David boasted about manipulating Jackie's emotions to secure medical favors, hush prescriptions, and most damning of all, stage medical reports in Tamala's name. Without her knowledge. Yup, you heard that right. Dr. Jackie, the trusted face of faith-based healing, allegedly signed off on medical documents claiming Tamala was fit to perform while she was actually hospitalized. One nurse, who requested anonymity for fear of retaliation, described the alleged scheme as spiritual blackmail dressed in scrubs. She said they made Tamala look like she was healthy enough to sing in stadiums. Meanwhile, she couldn't even walk to the bathroom without fainting. And guess who signed off on those clearances? Dr. Jackie, under David's thumb. Now let's not forget that just 3 weeks ago, Jackie went live at 3:04 a.m. crying and saying, I should have never let my love for him cloud my duty as a physician. I betrayed a sister. Everyone thought she was just spiraling post-breakup, but now that live is looking like a confession wrapped in regret. And guess who caught wind of all this? Tamala's legal team. Baby, when they saw those inconsistencies between Jackie's signatures, Tamala's actual vitals, and the publicized performance approvals, they snapped. Rumor has it, Tamala's lawyers are preparing a formal malpractice complaint, citing willful medical misconduct and conspiracy to exploit a patient for commercial gain. Yes, honey, this is no longer just about broken hearts. We're in courtroom territory now. And if that wasn't enough to send your jaw straight to the floor, get ready, because we're talking money next. Multiple gospel concert promoters have allegedly pulled out of deals involving the Mann family due to reputational risks. One promoter, under strict NDA, spilled the tea anonymously. We were about to book Tamala for a 2025 tour, but when whispers started surfacing about forged clearance notes and financial coercion, our board pulled the plug. We can't risk lawsuits tied to this drama. Meanwhile, social media is imploding. One fan tweeted, "How you let your husband gaslight you into trusting your doctor, only to find out they were sleeping together?" Hashtag justice for Tamala, and the viral TikTok reenactments chilly they're out of pocket. There's already a skit where someone plays David in a lab coat screaming, "Sign it or I'll go public with your prayer closet recordings." It's messy, but it's spreading like wildfire. But let's talk about Jackie's next move. Because according to her cousin who posted a cryptic story and then deleted it 2 minutes later, Jackie has plans to countersue. That's right, she's allegedly gathering receipts to file an emotional abuse and defamation lawsuit against David Mann himself. The claim? That she was manipulated, gaslit, and ultimately discarded like a broken surgical tool. Her words, not ours. Her lawyer, who's known in Atlanta for handling celebrity scandals, reportedly warned David's team, "You used her." Now she's gonna use the law, but y'all, the most shocking twist, allegedly, there's a hidden voicemail. Yup, another voicemail. A source close to Jackie claims she recorded David admitting to using her for clout, money, and access to Tamala's medical data. If that audio surfaces, it's game over, and just like that, the gospel world has officially descended into chaos. What started as a few whispers about spiritual affairs has exploded into malpractice claims, leaked documents, and a trail of emotional wreckage. So why do you think it was scripted by Shonda Rhimes? So now the question ain't just did David cheat? Or was Jackie in love? No. Now we're asking, did David weaponize Jackie's love and profession to control Tamala's life from the shadows? Let that sink in, and don't forget Tamala hasn't gone public yet. No statements, no interviews, no response, but insiders say she's planning to address everything during her next church performance through song. That's right, Tamala's about to deliver her truth in a live gospel ballad titled Used But Covered. If that ain't poetic redemption, what is? So, what do we make of this tangled mess? Is Jackie a victim turned whistleblower? Is David the manipulator everyone warned about behind closed pews? Or is this one massive gospel soap opera staged for attention? Either way, the consequences are real. Concerts canceled, reputations ruined, a marriage that's either shattered or silently surviving behind closed doors. But one thing is crystal clear. This ain't over, because in the next episode, if that voicemail leaks, David might not just lose his platform, he might lose his freedom. Stay tuned. If your jaw ain't on the floor by now, you must be made of steel. Because, baby, Dr. Jackie just took us to church, confession, court, and back again, all in one scandalous breath. From backdoor medical rendezvous to alleged spiritual seduction, this saga isn't just messy, it's biblical. And if David Mann thought his gospel shield would protect him from exposure, Dr. Jackie just tossed that halo in the trash and pulled out the real receipts. No metaphors, no innuendos, just raw, explosive testimony. But now we gotta ask the real questions. Was Dr. Jackie a victim of manipulation? Or a mastermind with a mic and a motive? Did David truly exploit her trust? Or is this a game of revenge for a man who picked Tamala over her? And where does Tamala go from here? To forgiveness or to court? We need your take. Sound off in the comments. Who's telling the truth? Who's playing the church? And who's gonna burn from this unholy gospel fire? Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell because, baby, this ain't the end. It's just Act 2. The truth is still being written, and we've got the pen.